Hi students and friends, this is your host and teacher Sayyid Ayazuddin Haider. You're watching Learn and Teach by Sir Ayaz. So I will continue my video session for chemistry worksheet for CAIE 5070 and IGCSE 0620. And this time I have selected the topic acids, bases and salts P2 for 5070 or P4 for 0620. Questions are from summer 2023. So here's question number 1. This question is about the preparation of salts. A. Zinc chloride is a soluble salt. It is prepared by the reaction of an insoluble base with a dilute acid. The equation for this reaction is shown. Here's the reaction equation. ZNOS plus 2HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2OL. I hope you all know the meaning of the state symbols. S stands for solid, L stands for liquid, AQ stands for aqueous. When a salt is soluble in water, we use the symbol AQ. AQ is used. If the salt or the solid is not soluble, we use the symbol S. Number 1, state why it is important to use an excess of zinc oxide in this preparation. In this preparation, we are using excess of zinc oxide so that all of the acid will react with zinc oxide. So that all acid will react or used up. Number 2, suggest how the excess zinc oxide is removed from the reaction mixture to leave only aqueous zinc chloride. Definitely you will go for the filtration. Here is a setup for filtration. It's a diagram for filtering funnel. So you'll write filtration. B. Barium sulfate is an insoluble salt. It is prepared using a precipitation reaction. Name 2 aqueous solutions that react together to give a barium sulfate precipitate. Now we have to use or start with the soluble salt of barium. It can be either barium nitrate or barium chloride. You can't have other salts of barium because other salts of barium are insoluble. So you can write barium nitrate or sulfate. And you can use any, not sulfate. We'll take barium nitrate or chloride. And you can use any soluble sulfate. Like of Na, K, Mg and Mg. C. Sodium nitrate is a soluble salt. It is prepared by the reaction of an acid and an alkali. Name the acid and alkali used. Look at the salt here. We have sodium nitrate. So you must have the acid containing this nitrate ion. So we know the acid that contains a nitrate ion. It is nitric acid. Here's a formula for nitric acid. This one is the nitrate ion. And you must have alkali of sodium. That will be sodium hydroxide. Alkali are soluble bases. Number 2, name the experimental technique used to make neutral aqueous sodium nitrate. The technique is known as titration. So I will write titration. Here you involve the reaction of dilute dilute metal hydroxide, which is alkali, and dilute acid. In this case, it's nitric acid. Question number 2. This question is about the preparation of salts. Again, a zinc nitrate is a soluble salt. It's prepared by the reaction of an insoluble carbonate with a dilute acid. The equation for the reaction is shown. Here's the reaction: ZnCO3S plus 2HNO3AQ gives ZnNO3AQ plus H2OL plus CO2G. Number 1. Once the reaction has finished, the mixture is filtered. State why the mixture is filtered. It's very simple. You have excess of zinc carbonate here. Zinc carbonate is in excess. It's in the solid state. So you want to remove the excess zinc carbonate. To remove excess zinc carbonate. Number 2, describe how to make pure dry zinc nitrate crystals from an aqueous solution of zinc nitrate. Now you have aqueous solution of zinc nitrate. So you can heat the solution or evaporate through gentle heating, cooling or crystallization. Then any description of drying the crystals, you'll write dry in air. B. Lead chloride is an insoluble salt. It's prepared using a precipitation reaction. Name 2 aqueous solutions that react together to give a precipitate of lead chloride. Now you have to start with the soluble salt of lead here. Again, we have a precipitation reaction. You have to start the 2 soluble salt solutions. We must have soluble salt of lead. In this case, it can be lead nitrate. Because lead sulfate is not soluble, you can't take lead sulfate. Now, you want to make chloride, you can take any soluble chloride. Like NaCl, MgCl2, or KCl. C. Ammonium sulfate is a soluble salt. It is prepared by the reaction of an alkali and an acid. Name the alkali and the acid used here. So, alkali must be of ammonia or aqueous ammonia. You can write aqueous ammonia. It's containing ammonium ion here. Aqueous ammonia is NH4OH or ammonium hydroxide. What about the negative ion here? We have sulfate here. Sulfate must be coming from the acid sulfuric acid. So you write sulfuric acid. Now they are saying alkaline acid, so it must be dilute acid. Question number 3. When sulfuric acid reacts with ammonia, the salt produced is ammonium sulfate. Write the symbol equation for this reaction. What is the formula of sulfuric acid? This is the formula of sulfuric acid, H2SO4. What about the formula for ammonia? It's NH3. And they have mentioned the salt we are getting. It's ammonium sulfate. So predict the formula of ammonium sulfate. Ammonium ion, here's ammonium ion, here's sulfate ion. Sulfate ion carries -2 charge, ammonium ion carries +1 charge. Ignore the charges. These subscripts will be exchanged. So what we will get? We will get NH4 whole twice SO4. Now balance the equation. Then write 2 here. Now the reaction is balanced. It's ammonium sulfate. Question number 4. Lead 2 sulfate is an insoluble salt. Lead 2 sulfate can be made from aqueous ammonium sulfate using a precipitation reaction. Number 1. Name a solution that can be added to aqueous ammonium sulfate to produce a precipitate of lead 2 sulfate. You can take soluble salt of lead. It must be lead 2 nitrate. Not lead 2 chloride because it's insoluble. Number 2, write an ionic equation for this precipitation reaction. Include state symbols. Now you want to write the ionic equation for this reaction. One of the reactant is lead 2 nitrate. Lead 2 nitrate is soluble, and other reactant is ammonium sulfate. Formula for lead 2 nitrate is, I'm writing it here, Pb carrying +2 charge, nitrate carrying -1 charge. Ignore the charges. So formula must be PbNO3 whole twice. PbNO3 whole twice. And plus, we are reacting with ammonium sulfate. I've already mentioned the formula for ammonium sulfate. This is ammonium sulfate. So you'll write NH4 whole twice SO4. So what we are getting? We are getting lead 2 sulfate. PbSO4 is the product. PbSO4, which is in the solid state. So I will write solid here. The other ions are spectator here. So you will cancel out the spectator ions on both sides of the equation. These two ions are spectator. Spectator ions cancelled out. So what we will get? We will get Pb +2 aqueous plus SO4 -2 aqueous. This will be the final ionic equation in this case. Number 3, the precipitate of lead 2 sulfate forms in an aqueous solution. Describe how pure lead 2 sulfate can be obtained from the mixture. Definitely is insoluble as it's produced in the solid state. So what we will do, the first step must be filter. Filter, then what you will do, wash the residue. Wash the residue with distilled or deionized water. Not with tap water, because tap water will bring impurities. Next point must be description of drying. Dry in air. Question number 5. Write the ionic equation for the reaction between aqueous silver nitrate and aqueous sodium chloride. Include state symbols. You should know the formula of silver nitrate. Silver nitrate is AgNO3. So I will write here AgNO3 plus aqueous sodium chloride, it's very easy, NaCl. Both of these exist in the aqueous state. Both of these are soluble salts. What products we are getting here? It's an example of precipitation reaction. The partners will be exchanged. We will get what? We will get AgCl solid plus NaNO3 aqueous. You see the compounds which are in the aqueous state on both sides of the equation will be cancelled out because they contain the spectator ions. These contains the spectator ions. So in this case, these ions are spectator ions. We have NO3 as spectator ion and Na as spectator ion. Spectator or common ions? Spectator ions. Whatever is left will be shown in the reaction equation. Now we are left on the left hand side, that is the reactant side, Ag aqueous, Ag plus aqueous plus Cl negative aqueous gives AgCl solid. This will be the final ionic equation for this reaction. If you want to know more about the ionic equation, you can watch the videos. I will mention it in the comment box. Question number 6. Solid sodium hydroxide is a base which dissolves to form an aqueous solution, NaOH AQ. A. State what is meant by the term base. Base are or is proton acceptor. So you write proton acceptor. Part B. State the term given to a base which dissolves to form an aqueous solution. They are known as alkali. Soluble base, they are known as alkali. C. State the color of thymophthalein in NaOH aqueous. This is something you have to learn it by heart. It's blue in color. For acids, thymophthalein will show yellow color. D. Complete the word equation for the reaction of NaOH aqueous with ammonium chloride. Here's a word equation. This is a reaction between alkali and ammonium salt. This is alkali, sodium hydroxide is alkali, and this one is ammonium salt. What we will get ammonia gas plus salt plus water. So I will write ammonia and here water. What about the salt? Salt must contain sodium ion coming from the alkali and chloride from the ammonium salt. So you write sodium chloride. E. Some metal oxides react with NaOH aqueous. Metal oxides are bases, so they must react with acidic oxides or acids, not with base. NaOH is a base or alkali. So the metal oxides which react both with acid and metal hydroxides like alkali, we call it amphoteric oxides. So you write amphoteric. Oxides. Number 2, name a metal oxide which reacts with NaOH AQ. So you can write either aluminum oxide or zinc oxide. Aluminium oxide or zinc oxide. Number F, ethanoic acid CH3COOH is a weak acid. Number 1, suggest the pH of dilute ethanoic acid. the pH of dilute acid must be below 3. Sorry, it must be between 3 and 7, not below 3. The reason is that it's a weak acid. Between 3 and 7. Number 3, complete the symbol equation to show the dissociation of ethanoic acid CH3 COOH. We have dissociation of weak acid here. Ethanoic acid is a weak acid. So remember, you have to show the reversible sign. So first of all, I will write the formula of ethanoic acid CH3 COOH, and here's the reversible sign. Now you show the dissociation. For acids, you have to remove this. Dissociation will take place from this point. So what we will get? We will get CH3 COO negative plus H positive. Number 3, write the ionic equation for the reaction when an acid neutralizes a soluble base. Whenever you react an acid with soluble base, you have this common ionic equation. H plus OH minus gives H2O. Question number 7. Hydrogen can also be produced by the reaction of zinc with dilute hydrochloric acid. Number 1, write a symbol equation for this reaction. We have reaction between zinc and hydrochloric acid. Zn is the symbol for zinc plus hydrochloric acid is HCl. We will get hydrogen gas. H2 is the formula for hydrogen gas. What about the salt produced here? We will get zinc chloride. Zn is a symbol for zinc. Cl for the chloride. Chloride, here is the chloride. You see chloride here. It's in group 7. -1 will be the valency for group 7. What about the zinc? Zinc carries +2 charge always. And zinc carries -1. Ignore the charges. So we will get ZnCl2 as the final formula. Question number 8. A student makes aqueous copper 2 nitrate by adding an excess of solid copper 2 carbonate to dilute nitric acid. Number 1, write the symbol equation for this reaction. The formula for copper 2 nitrate. What will be the formula for copper 2 nitrate? Copper is carrying +2 charge here. Nitrate carries -1 charge. Ignore the charges. So what you will get? You will get CuNO3. This is a product. One of the product is CuNO3. Copper 2 nitrate, hold twice. And what we are reacting? We are reacting copper 2 carbonate to dilute nitric acid. Carbonate ion, Cu and carbonate. Carbonate ion carries -2 charge. Copper +2. Ignore the charges. So these are the same numbers. This will be cancelled out. Subscripts will be exchanged. So you'll get CuCO3 plus you are getting nitrate. So acid must be nitric acid. Formula for nitric acid is HNO3. This is a reaction between metal carbonate and acid. What other products you will get? You will always get carbon dioxide and water whenever you react metal carbonate with acid. Number 2, state 2 observations that indicate the copper 2 carbonate is in excess. Copper 2 carbonate is in excess. So it's very easy. It's existing in the solid state. So you must have undissolved or unreacted solid left. Undissolved solid. So you won't get any effervescence, because effervescence or bubbling is produced due to the production of carbon dioxide gas. If you have excess of copper to carbonate, bubbling will stop. Effervescence will stop on addition of more copper to carbonate. Effervescence stops on addition of more copper to carbonate. Number 3, name one compound other than copper 2 carbonate that can be added to dilute nitric acid to produce aqueous copper 2 nitrate. Now we want copper 2 nitrate from other compound of copper. You can either take oxide or hydroxide of copper. So you write copper 2 oxide or copper 2 hydroxide. That's all for this video. Press like and share my videos. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.